All right, let's talk about some organizational systems for productivity. So I've kind of been doing very different things for my organizer over like a decade, and I feel like the best sort of way to schedule your day for your daily planner is to actually have your day scheduled right before the day actually happens. So for instance, if it's Monday, you schedule what you're doing on Tuesday, like on Monday night, or perhaps on Monday afternoon, or in the morning of Monday. That's the best method I've come up with recently, and the one that I currently use, because usually when we're talking about organization and all that stuff, you're trying to go from overwhelmed to organized. You feel overwhelmed because there's so many things, right? So many things you have to write down and figure out. But most of the time what happens, or what happened to me back then, was I would organize all the weeks, all the months, maybe going up to like 6 months, and I try my best to stick to the plan, but it never went according to plan. I would always have to move everything over, and it became quite annoying to do that every single time. I still do have sort of like monthly goals I want to reach, but for the most part, I try my best to break it down and put it into like daily things that I can do. And from there, I write down from the list of daily things I can do on what the next day is. So for instance, tomorrow I'm going to edit this video and post it, publish it, create the thumbnail and all that stuff in the morning. And I usually do it in time blocks. So like morning, noon, and night is how I personally do it. In the morning, that's reserved for the most like high priority tasks that you have. The number one thing that will get you, like, let's say more income or help your business or start your business, whatever it might be. The most important thing is definitely the first thing you should be doing. That is like one of the most obvious things that I have not implemented into my own sort of system until recently, which is kind of crazy. I mean, it's not that crazy. It's because in the mornings I would usually exercise and play piano. But after playing piano, I would get like really tired. So it'd be harder to do the actual most important thing in the noontime. But now I've kind of switched that over. So yes, definitely prioritize the first thing, the most important thing as the first thing. And then noontime, I'd like to say that noontime is like for something else, like your side project or whatever makes you feel like really happy to do. Like for instance, for me, that would be exercise and play piano. And then nighttime, ideally what you do is the priority project again, if you can. If not, usually I have that for like socializing, making sure, doing the things that also again makes you happy, but like socializing is probably the number one thing because we are human beings and it's a good idea to talk to other human beings and have fun with them and make good memories. That's a big part of life. So that's kind of like the three things that three sections of the day. And like I said, whatever I need done, I will put it into the schedule the day before. And that's the best organization system for like daily planning that I can think of that I have been doing recently. After so many decades of just trying to create like a schedule for the full week and never following through with it because it's just too difficult to predict what's going to happen for a full week. Unless you have zero spontaneous friends, like you can predict the future really well, basically. If you can do that, then that's great. Like go ahead and plan a full week, but that's never quite worked for me, to be honest. But yeah, that is my tip on how to go from overwhelmed to a bit more organized. Of course, you want to list out like all the things you want to do and have it somewhere, right? For me, I just use regular Notes app. I just have a whole bunch of video ideas. I also use Notion actually to just list out all the video ideas and projects that I have, but also Notes. So I guess I have two different places where I do it, but it really isn't that hard, right? I just click on one note or the other note. It doesn't matter. But having all of that listed out is a very good idea. And having some reminders as well to tell you, yes, you should look at this again, and always have it like as like a monthly reminder. That has been really helpful as well. So those are some extra tips, I suppose. But that's it for this one. Hopefully it can help you guys out a little bit. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.